Hello, my beautiful and fiery Aries souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked. I am so incredibly happy that you have found your way here today, because if you are tuning in right now, it's no accident. I have a feeling that you've been sensing it, haven't you? That subtle shift in the air, that quiet hum of anticipation that resonates deep within your trailblazing spirit. We are standing on the precipice of something truly magnificent, a moment where the universe is conspiring to open a brand new, brilliant chapter just for you. But my dear Aries, to step through this incredible new doorway, the cosmos is asking you to make a choice. It's a choice that involves lovingly, gracefully, and powerfully closing an old door behind you. This isn't a message of warning or fear. Oh no, that is not our energy here. This is a message of empowerment, a confirmation from your spirit guides and the entire universe that you have grown so beautifully, so profoundly, that some parts of your past simply cannot contain your light anymore. Tomorrow represents a powerful, energetic crossroads, and the choice you make will ripple out, shaping the incredible new reality that is waiting for you. So before we move forward, drop your birth date in the comments below and get ready to witness the beautiful blessings that are aligning just for you. The universe is watching, and your energy is being felt. And if you haven't already, please be sure to press that subscribe button and become part of our beautiful Astrology Unlocked community. We are on this journey together, and I want to make sure you never miss these life-altering cosmic updates. Now, let's begin this journey together, shall we? Let's explore why your incredible intuition is guiding you toward this powerful and positive change. My dear fiery Aries, let's talk about that incredible inner guidance system you possess. Your intuition. It's as bold and as powerful as your ruling planet, Mars. It's that gut feeling, that inner knowing, that cuts through all the noise and speaks your deepest truth. Have you been feeling that voice getting stronger lately? Perhaps it's not a loud shout, but a steady, persistent whisper in the quiet moments, a gentle nudge when you think about a certain situation, a particular person, or an upcoming invitation. I want you to understand something truly fundamental. This feeling is not your intuition screaming in fear. It's not a warning bell of impending doom. It is your soul, in its infinite wisdom, whispering with love and excitement, "My dear, you've outgrown this. There is something so much bigger, so much brighter, waiting for you just around the corner." Think of it like this. You've been nurturing a beautiful, vibrant garden. Your soul has blossomed with new wisdom, new strength, and a brilliant new light. And now you're realizing that the pot you first planted your seeds in has become too small. The discomfort you feel isn't a sign of danger. It's the feeling of your roots needing more space to grow. A sign that you are ready to be transplanted into the magnificent, open field of your destiny. You, beautiful Aries, are a natural-born leader, a pioneer. You are meant to forge new paths, not to retrace old steps that lead to places you've already learned from. I know your heart is vast, and your loyalty is fierce. You often feel a deep sense of responsibility to the people and promises of your past. You might be holding on to an invitation or a commitment right now, not because it truly excites your soul, but because of a sense of obligation. You're thinking, if I don't show up, they'll be disappointed, or I gave my word. You have a beautiful habit of protecting others' feelings, even when it means dimming your own magnificent flame. But the universe is asking you now to recognize a profound truth. True kindness, true loyalty, begins with being loyal to your own soul's evolution. Every great spiritual teaching, from the wisdom of ancient sages to the whispers of your own heart, tells us that your inner world, your peace, is a sacred temple, and you, my dear friend, are the gatekeeper of that temple. Not everyone from your past has earned the key to your present, especially if their energy no longer aligns with the incredible person you are becoming. I once spoke with a wonderful Aries man, a successful business owner in his late 50s. He was invited to a reunion with old partners who had treated him unfairly years ago. He told me, "My mind said I should go to keep the peace, to show I was the bigger person, but my whole body felt heavy. My energy just plummeted every time I thought about it." He chose to trust that feeling. He politely declined. 2 weeks later, he met a new investor who offered him a partnership that was more aligned, more respectful, and 100 times more joyful. He realized that by saying no to the energy of his past, he created the energetic space for the blessing of his future to arrive. This is the choice before you now. It's not about right or wrong, good or bad. It's about resonance. Does this situation, this place, this meeting resonate with the vibrant, powerful, forward-moving energy of your soul's true north? Or does it feel like an echo from a chapter you've already finished reading? Take a moment right now. Place a hand on your heart. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, does this choice expand my light, or does it ask me to shrink it? The answer isn't in your logical mind. It's in the immediate feeling, the energy that arises within you. Trust that. It is your soul's compass. And if you feel that resonance, I invite you to make a sacred promise to yourself by affirming in your heart, this time, I choose the path of my highest growth. Because, my friend, you are not just choosing to skip an event, you are choosing to step onto the launching pad of your brightest future. Have you been noticing the little signs, the synchronicities? Maybe you've had a recurring dream, not a nightmare, but a vivid dream that leaves you with a feeling of profound clarity upon waking. Perhaps you've noticed a specific number sequence, or you've overheard a conversation that seemed to speak directly to your situation. These are not random coincidences, dear Aries, and please do not dismiss them as your imagination running wild. The universe communicates with us in a beautiful, poetic language. It doesn't often shout with thunder and lightning. It speaks in whispers, in serendipity, in the gentle signs that are tailored just for you. Think of these moments not as ominous warnings, but as loving confirmations from your spiritual team. They are the universe's way of winking at you and saying, yes, you're on the right track. That feeling you have is real. We're here, guiding you towards something incredible. If you feel a sudden wave of fatigue or a heaviness in your spirit, when you think about this old commitment, don't interpret it as weakness. See it for what it is, an energetic mismatch. Your vibration is rising. You are tuning into a higher frequency of joy, abundance, and authenticity. And that old situation is still broadcasting on a lower, outdated frequency. The static you feel is simply the dissonance between your brilliant present and a past that is no longer your energetic home. You see, you have worked so hard to build your inner light, to heal, to grow, and to become the powerful creator of your reality. Your soul knows this, and it is doing everything in its power to protect the beautiful new world you are building within yourself. Ignoring these intuitive nudges is like trying to force a flower to grow in a dark room when the sun is shining brightly just outside the window. You've earned your place in the sun, my dear Aries. I remember a story from a woman in our community, a vibrant Aries in her 40s. She was planning to attend a family gathering that she always dreaded. The night before, she was reading a book, and a line seemed to jump off the page. "Some doors are closed for your protection." She felt a shiver run down her spine. Instead of brushing it off, she took it as a sign. She called and said she couldn't make it, choosing a quiet day of hiking in nature instead. That afternoon, she told me she felt a sense of peace and freedom she hadn't felt in years. She realized her absence wasn't an act of rejection, but an act of profound self-reclamation. Her no to the old gathering was a yes to her own well-being. What signs have been appearing for you? Has a song come on the radio with the perfect lyrics? Did a friend call out of the blue and say something that gave you pause? Don't rationalize these moments away. Embrace them. They are love notes from the universe, reassuring you that a different door, a much better door, is waiting to open for you. The only thing required to turn the handle is your willingness to say no to the one that has already served its purpose. If you've been seeing the signs, take a moment to honor them. You can even write down a quiet thank you in your heart. I see the signs. I hear the guidance. I am ready to follow. Because when you listen, the universe doesn't just speak. It sings, and it orchestrates a beautiful symphony of opportunities just for you. Now, my dear Aries, let's talk about the beautiful cosmic energies at play. This moment, this decision, is more than just a choice on your calendar. I like to think of it as a destiny checkpoint. It's a powerful moment where the universe pauses, looks at you with loving eyes, and asks, "Are you ready to level up? Are you ready to claim the magnificent future you've been working so hard to create?" This isn't a test you can fail. It's an invitation you have the power to accept. I drew some cards for the beautiful Aries collective this morning, and the message was breathtakingly clear. The first card that appeared was the Seven of Swords. Now, in a traditional sense, this card can sometimes point to dishonesty or things happening behind the scenes. But in this context, for you, its meaning is so much more empowering. It doesn't represent a villain trying to trap you. It represents the old strategies, the old mental patterns, and the old ways of being that you are finally ready to walk away from. It symbolizes leaving behind a reality that wasn't fully aligned with your authentic truth. It's you, choosing to drop the heavy burdens of obligation and expectation so you can travel light into your future. But what truly took my breath away was the card that came next, the Sun, the most joyful, brilliant, and positive card in the entire deck. And here is the most beautiful part. The Sun wasn't presented as a far-off reward for passing a difficult test. It was presented as the immediate and natural reality that becomes available the second you choose the path of your authentic self. The universe isn't saying, "If you avoid this trap, I will give you the sun." It's saying, "The sun is already shining for you. Just turn around from the shadows of the past, and you will see it has been waiting for you all along." You see, Aries, you have already done the work. You have faced your challenges with immense courage. You have learned the lessons. Karma isn't a cosmic punishment system. It's a divine curriculum. And when you've mastered a lesson, you don't have to keep retaking the class. Choosing to step back from this old situation is your graduation ceremony. It's you declaring to the universe, "I have learned, I have grown, I am ready for the next level." In many spiritual traditions, there are stories of leaving the old world behind without looking back. This isn't because the past is dangerous, but because the future is so divinely prepared that to keep looking backward would be to miss the miracle unfolding right in front of you. Where you are planning to go, that meeting, that gathering, it's a space that was designed for a version of you that no longer exists. You have expanded, and your energy is now too vast for that old container. To go back would be like trying to squeeze a mighty oak tree back into the tiny acorn it came from. It's simply not a vibrational match anymore. When you make the choice that honors your soul, something truly magical happens. The universe rushes in to fill the space you've created with opportunities, synchronicities, and blessings that you couldn't have even imagined from your old vantage point. A new path will illuminate. A new truth will reveal itself. A new person will walk in. This is your moment to reclaim your sovereign power, the power to choose your peace, to choose your joy, to choose your light without needing anyone else's validation or approval. Imagine yourself tomorrow, not at that old place, but perhaps at home with a cup of tea or out in nature, feeling a profound wave of peace wash over you. A quiet, deep knowing in your heart that says, I made the right choice for me. Can you feel that? That feeling is your soul, whispering from your brilliant future. Embrace it. You may even declare it now. I choose my soul's path. I do not choose the old role again. There was a time when you might have stood before that old door, the door to that place or that relationship, and felt a deep ache, a longing to be understood, to be accepted, to be seen. You may have knocked, waited, and hoped that if you were just a little kinder, a little more patient, a little more self-sacrificing, the dynamic would change. But look at you now, beautiful Aries. You are no longer the one waiting at that doorstep. You have come to realize the profound truth. It was never that you weren't enough. It was that the space was never big enough to hold the magnificent, expansive soul that you are. You have outgrown the rooms that asked you to be small. You have outshone the spaces that asked you to dim your light. You are not heartless for walking away. You are heart-centered. You are finally, fully, and unapologetically choosing to honor the divine spark within you. Letting go is not an act of loss. It is the sacred act of reclaiming your own light. It's you, lovingly taking back all the pieces of your energy that you have scattered in places that did not know how to cherish them. This is your homecoming. You are returning to the sovereign queendom or kingdom of your own soul. You do not need to provide a list of reasons, evidence, or past hurts to justify your departure. Your peace is your permission. Your soul's calling is your reason. You are a child of the cosmos, a warrior of the light. Someone with your fire and your purpose does not need to pretend to fit in where they no longer belong. Your only responsibility now is to the incredible destiny that is calling your name. As you stand at this beautiful turning point, I want you to whisper to your own heart, like a sacred vow, I heard the call. I will not return to the place that is not my home. Feel the lightness in that statement. Feel the freedom. That single, quiet decision will send a powerful ripple across the universe, signaling that you are ready. Ready for new blessings to flow in. Ready for the right people to find you. Ready for the new chapter to begin. This is not an ending, my dear friend. This is the most beautiful beginning. A beginning where you don't have to sacrifice yourself to be loved, but where you are celebrated for being exactly who you are. The old door is closing, and a grand, sunlit gate is swinging open before you. Thank you for your courage to listen to this message, for your bravery in choosing your own beautiful soul. I wish you a peace that is effortless, a joy that is boundless, and a future where your magnificent Aries light can shine at its absolute brightest. If this journey has touched your heart, affirm your new beginning in the comments. I am ready to enter the chapter I truly deserve. Because you are so worthy. You always have been, and you always will be.